Okay, so this is the front of my house, and I walked out here a few minutes ago and I saw this. Whoa, what's this? Alright, this is a good sized branch, it looks like. See, that's pretty good size. Snapped off. There it is, laying right against the porch. So I thought, alright, it obviously got snapped out of this tree last night. We had some storms, there was wind, there was rain. And I didn't think much of it, except, you know, hey, that's a pretty big piece of tree to fall down, but alright. But then I looked at it a little more closely. You'll notice that's obviously some kind of holly, right? Hard to mistake that. Well, this tree is not a holly at all. So I'm wondering, did this get blown into my yard from like the neighbors or up the hill? And then I noticed they're faint, but they're there. Hey look, tire tracks. So, walking across the front yard, uh-oh, there's this little island of vegetation up in the corner of my yard. Well, that's a clue. Huh. Okay, so this has popped out of the ground, but only after it's snapped off. And of course, I'm at the top of a hill here. There's the street going down the hill. And so judging from the tire tracks, which go off that-a-way to the house, last night somebody came up this hill, couldn't decide if he was going to turn this way or keep going straight, so they just kind of split the difference. And so see, here's this really overgrown island of landscaping stuff here in my yard. So they came straight through here and they clipped this, which probably made them unhappy. I don't know how much damage that would have done to their vehicle, but probably a little. And faintly you can see the tire tracks. I imagine this small holly tree was on their hood and windshield at this point. And they go all the way down, and they apparently, I mean, the tracks go all the way across the sidewalk. See, check this out. And to leave, there's a lot of scratches there on this concrete. I guess that's the point where the front tires stopped, is right there in that grass. So I'm guessing the tires were locked because they were standing on the brakes. And so they come to a stop, the tree rolls off, and just another 5 feet or so, probably about 5 feet, and their front bumper would have clipped this column, this wrought iron that holds up my porch. See, and here's my front porch, and there's my front door. They would have come up on the porch. So they didn't miss it by much. They didn't miss that tree by much either, and that tree certainly would have stopped them. This tree just gave them a really bad day, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know how brittle this kind of wood is. It looks like it snapped pretty cleanly. So, assuming they had any kind of sturdier vehicle, that might not have done much more besides cosmetic